Hello. So, if you've heard of Fairly Odd Parents, or Tough Puppy, or Danny Phantom, then you're familiar with Butch Hartman's work. So, Butch Hartman is an animator that has done a lot of good things for Nickelodeon and for kids. And so now he recently decided to do a new app called Nog. Actually called the Noog Network. And it's a collection of animated shorts, games, and live action work mixed in with each other. So, with that being said, let's begin to look into the app. So, yeah, the Nog Network. This app is geared towards kids. Butch Hartman wanted to actually create uh, a sense of apps and everything else accessible for kids as more of a family friendly area for kids to be able to explore while at the same time being able to be good for adults to trust with their kids to be able to play. So, with that being said, let's take a dive into the uh, to the app. So you press play, then you can select a the level, and then you have choose a nog, so you can pick him, or you can pick him, or you can pick him, or her, or her, or her. They're relatively genderless, so that kind of needs to say. But for this demonstration, we're just gonna pick this person because this is just the default, and as much as I like the color blue, I think that this will be a better demonstration. So it shows you direction, so you swipe from left to right to go left, and you swipe right to left to go right. So swipe left, swipe right, as you might be more familiar of. So it's just showing you the arrows that you can press to, and then see there's 100 nog nickels. Uh, I have to pause here for a moment because from here on out, you're going to see things are going to rely on the Nog Nickels. So with the Nog Network, there are a lot of free content in there, but it also is a free to play app. Unlike with a lot of other areas where they're strictly for free or you're strictly for paying, this is a hybrid model that you're more familiar with a lot of different free to pay apps. So of course, they give you a startup of 100 nog nickels, and from there, you're able to go and explore around the different app. But before that, we should give you a little bit of a taste of the music that you're going to be listening into with the app. So, it's more of a jaunty tune. Unfortunately, because of the way that the now that you kind of heard that little bit of a jaunty tune that you're going to be exposed to, let's go to now how to operate. So I showed you the controls. So we're going to go from left to right and just go left. So as you can see, you can collect nog nickels throughout the whole entire area so far. There are more of your dailies that I think that you're going to be seeing a lot as you play throughout the day or so, or the time or so. So here nog, watch this. Let's go in. And so here's where they're showing like your television. So you have Zach 2.0 episode 1, and you can play it, which, Zach 2.0, yada, yada, yada. I'm just going to kind of cut out there because I don't want to even like show all of it. It's there in the app. There's episode 2, and then here's where it becomes the free to play scenario and where you have in-app purchases. So you have to have for the next episode unlock, at least for right now, it's 500 nog nickels. The same thing with episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's also a lot more. that you can unlock. Like, for instance, Bug Girl, which I kind of don't know why is unlockable. That really kind of shouldn't be. I don't know why they would, but it is what it is. Um, Dino High and other etc. So uh, there's a lot that you can look at, and so you can press the X button on top to just get out of there. And so we're walking, we're walking, we're walking. You can enter different areas. There's a Nog Zoo, but you can't really enter right now. The same thing with this Wiener Dogs. Once again, see Vault unlocked. There's a Nog Foods. You can't go in there yet, but you can go play some games. So let's go into the game center. So Nog Games. So see, you have Whack-A-Weenie Dog, which is free, but you have Flippopotamus and Greasy Beast at a 150 each that you have to unlock. So we'll just quickly tap at thing. So I have to apologize. I'm not gonna necessarily edit it out, but this app did crash out on me. So let's try this again. So Whack-A-Weenie. Um, it played earlier when it played well when I first ran the app, but I guess it crashed out on this time. But it happens. Apps tend to do that if they're very, very, intensive. So you have level one. So then, whack weenies. If you get a cat, you're essentially losing points. See, lost points. You're whacking and you're whacking, and it's okay. I mean, for kids, I think you can get some enjoyment out of it, but it's clearly more looking towards younger kids at certain points. So, with that being said, you could probably play that for games. Probably also has special perks if you win them too, or something like that. But so you can walk over here. Excuse me, sorry, misswiped. You can walk over. You can go check out some more stuff. So right now, um, you can also just hold down to move too. So that's pretty cool. And then you can go to Noctunes and watch some more stuff. So there's Jetpack Well, Booger Brothers, Dino High, Uncle Duck, Wiener, etc. Bugger are also you have to pay in order to unlock. Um, uh, I mean, it is there. It is viewable. You can watch all this content and stuff like that. See, and then you can exit out of there too. Um, One thing that I'm not a fan of is the fact that the bug girl you do have to unlock. I do think that's kind of a misstep. I really think that they should have at least bothered to have that unlock and swapped it out with Booger Bros because, I mean, having a boy and having a girl content mixed in there is really at least good enough to spread around demographics and at least be more inclusive. As many people don't want to admit, there are demographics that are untapped, and if you don't tap them, then you're going to lose them. And that's something that should always be, I guess, pursued in the best way possible. They kind of didn't do that, at least with this. But then again, I mean, well, we'll see how it works out. But anyway, one thing to note that also occurs is sometimes you'll see this pan out, and as you can see, there's a helicopter that has the news. And so you can go into the news and you can be able to see more news stuff. And the news stuff for news has the free playable stuff, but then you also have to pay to unlock. So the things that are coming out from what I'm looking at is that the way that the free to play mechanic works is that you have to go and pay. And so if you're going to go and pay, you have to essentially what is it you have to pay up for a certain amount of money and stuff like that. I think it's 100 per 100 nickels, in the sense that $100 will give you the equivalent of like $1, or that's the exchange that they're gonna have. So once again, you'll see a lot more apps, you'll see a lot more things unlock, you'll see a lot more interesting stuff come on as the pipeline comes through. So we'll see how this runs out. But at the end of the day, it's overall not a bad app, minus the crash, but then again, it happens. I do think that they're gonna get this to Android. Unfortunately, because the finances for iOS are just way better than Android at this particular point, they didn't launch with Android. Plus, I kind of from more of a developer standpoint, at least from my opinion, it is easier for you to focus on one platform and do it well versus doing multiple different platforms without having a lot of people to back you up on that. So I'm assuming this is a fairly small team as you're looking through and looking at the whole entire aspect. But with that being said, not a bad app. Check it out. See how it goes. Leave comments in the particular post that is there, and I will see you later.